All right, once you sign up for the membership, I want to give you a little sneak peek as to what is going on. This was recorded before there were any members in here, so um, this is kind of the early stages of the membership. So it might look a little different when you log in, but all of the same great elements are still here. There's a general discussion area in the forums. This is where all the action happens. You can ask questions, get advice, ask about particular weeks in the curriculum, prayer requests for just kind of fostering a community not only of great curriculum and great resources for you, but a place to also be ministered to. You can request products. There's a product request form. So if you say, hey, I'd really love a curriculum on XYZ, or I need a resource on this, that's a great place to talk about that. And we're always creating new stuff, so you never know what comes next. And then I love success stories, so if you use something and it works out well for you, feel free to share it so other people can benefit too. Let me show you real quickly a couple things here. When you first log in, this is probably one of the hot items you're looking for. Download curriculum. So when you click on that, you're going to get the curriculum downloads page. I know you would never have expected that. Anyway, in here are all of the curriculums available at Better Bible Teachers. So what's going to happen here is that anytime there's a curriculum created, it's going to be added to this page. So this is a one-stop shop for just all kinds of great curriculum. Right now, there are, let's see here, I think it's 16 weeks worth of curriculum in here. And this is just at launch, so there will be more being added all the time. So what you do is you find one you like. So the first one on this page right now is the Sunday Summer Games. You can see how long their curriculum runs. This is a 5-week curriculum. It talks about the story of Esther during those 5 weeks. The big idea, in other words, this is kind of the little clever one-sentence takeaway that every lesson's going to end with, is going to focus on. So for this one, it says, no matter what your role, God is in control. So in the spirit of competition, in the spirit of Olympics, we still understand that no matter what our role is, whether it's first place or last place, or when things don't seem like they're quite going right, we can always trust that God is in control. This was created as a tie-in for the Summer Olympics. So at the time of this recording, the Olympics are going to be, I think it's in Rio. So this is created kind of in anticipation of that. And then you'll see below it, here's everything included in every single lesson. So every week of the Sunday Summer Games includes all of this stuff. I am trying my best to make sure you do not run out of stuff and ideas before you run out of time. So that gives you an idea. And then for every single curriculum, you'll get a scope and sequence, which perhaps you might be familiar with from other curriculums. But this is simply a quick hit the high points document on what is covered and what passage is covered and the main story. This is real simple, quick overview, so you don't have to open and read every lesson. There's also a supplies list, and this might be pretty intuitive, but every week it's listed for all the different activities and small groups and lessons. Anything that you would need to buy or have on hand, it's listed here. Again, so you can prepare without having to necessarily dig deep into every single lesson. And then for every single curriculum, every week's content is available. And when you click on these, what you'll do is you'll go to a Google Doc. Google Docs is much like Microsoft Word. In fact, you can just go to File and you can save this as a Microsoft Word document if you'd like. But what you'll find is inside this, you'll find a complete everything you need to do this particular week. So there are group worship videos. So what I provide is a lyric video. This is the one that, if you are able to, I would show as you sing the song. It provides the lyrics. And then there is a motion video, and that is to teach either the volunteer that's going to help you or whether you do it in front of the kids. This is for you to watch or for your volunteer to watch and to learn some motions for the songs if you are so inclined. So there's usually there's mostly two in every single curriculum. So again, just lots of good stuff for you. There's an opening activity. So this one's kind of fun. We made up a bunch of names, made up and not made up, and kids have to guess whether they are real Olympic activities. There are Olympic games in each one of these lessons. So again, tying in with the Olympic theme, there's games for you to play. There's a lesson script. In this particular series, we use a flashback and a flash forward method to tell the story. So at certain points in lesson, we'll take a pause and we'll flash back in the story to a different time, or we'll flash forward in the story. So when those show up in the story, what we'll do is you can use the PowerPoint that will be included with this and show the kids the flashback or the flash forward. So here's flashback. You'd show the PowerPoint slide for flashback, and you'd have a little fun with it. So just kind of, a great script for your lesson. Lessons vary in length a little bit. This one's on the longer side. My goal is for you not to necessarily read this, but for this to inspire you and for you to take all the great ideas from this and you make it your own. And I just want this to make you a better teacher. My goal is never for you to read this exactly, but for me to give you plenty of material so you feel like you are well prepared to teach or well prepared or to help a volunteer prepare. There's a memory verse. So this is the same memory verse for every single week of this particular curriculum. There's an additional game. So, my opinion, you can't have too many games. What kid doesn't love games? There's small group questions. So if you do small group time, there are both questions about the actual story, and then there are also questions about application and what kids can take away from what they learned. There's a small group activity, which, come on, you need something to do in a small group. I was the first leader for first grade boys small group, and man, activities come in handy for first grade boys, let me tell you. And then words for the week, if you want to, this is a great thing to print out and give parents. This talks in a little more grown-up language about what we learned today, and kind of puts a nice button on the lesson. So this particular document is 16 pages of material. So every single week in every curriculum, you'll get this tremendous lot of information. It's pretty cool. So that is kind of what Sunday Summer Games is. And there's the Fire Prince that's on Moses. It's 6 weeks long. The cool thing about the Fire Prince is there's a review game the last week. So the entire last week of the lesson is a review game. There's a PowerPoint for that. And it's just a really fun curriculum on Moses. One of the weeks we do a Will It Float competition. There's a sandals game in there. And again, every week, everything you need to just make this curriculum your own and to just have a great time with the kids and to teach them super valuable life lessons and drive God's word deep into their hearts in a fun way. And then Walls and Waves is 5 weeks long. It's on Joshua and the Promised Land. And again, here's what that curriculum includes. Here are all the links to the files. And then, like all the others, there is a link down here. So if you want to download all the lessons at once as a big zip file and then just open that up, there are PDFs and Microsoft Word documents in there, fully editable to you. Everything in here you can customize and make your own. But my goal with this is really just to give you just a powerhouse of content, information, and ideas. So you are just never left hanging. You're never left out to dry with what you can do on Sunday morning and what you can teach. And then for my members, I also like to give you a little hint of what's coming. So at the time of this recording, there's a series called Peter Can. Yes, it's a take on Peter Pan. It's inspired by Peter Pan. And it's a 10-week curriculum that tells 10 amazing stories from the life of Peter. And I'm currently working on that with another lady. And I'm really excited to share that with you guys. It's fun stuff. One of the weeks starts off with a knock-knock joke about the interrupting cow. So if you ever heard that one, it's pretty awesome, in my opinion. And then for Christmas this year, we're going to do one called Glow, Tell It on the Mountain. So the old song, Go Tell It on the Mountain. Please don't make me sing it. But the old song, Go Tell It on the Mountain, well, we thought it'd be fun just to change that to glow. It's going to be a bunch of glow in the dark stuff, ideas for kind of simple games you can do about glow in the dark, because it fits perfectly with Christmas. If you remember the song, it says, Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere, that Jesus Christ is born. So, what a better Christmas curriculum than an excuse to have glow in the dark time. So, fun stuff. Anyway, so that gives you an idea of the curriculum page. This page will continue to grow and just get better and better. Right now, there are also 2 ebooks available, and again, this is just the start. There's 52 Sunday school games, so this you can download a PDF right here, and you instantly have 52 games. So I like to say it's one game for every single Sunday of the year. Then there's also 35 stunning object lessons. If you're a food fan, I just channeled my inner Gordon Ramsay and called this 35 stunning object lessons. But this is some fun object lessons that are great to have on hand. And, I mean, if you want to stick like a wooden rod through a balloon without it popping, there's science experiments in here. There's stuff freezing. There's all sorts of fun stuff in there. So it's those 2. And then ask a question. That is your way back into the forums. So you can say, hey, I'm teaching the Fire Prince, and I had this really cool idea where, we did this with this game. You can share what you're learning, and you can certainly ask any questions. I'm here for you. That is, my opinion, one of the most valuable parts is the community that is being built here. Because at the end of the day, we all want to reach kids with the message of Jesus, and we want to drive this truth deep into their hearts. So it's my goal just to give you fun, relevant, interesting content that you just are so excited about, and then you come back and say, hey, here's what's working, here's what we can improve, and together we'll make this fantastic, and we'll help you reach more kids for Jesus, help you have more fun, and maybe most importantly of all, save you a bunch of time. Stop, going around trying to modify bad curriculum. Stop, trying to do a one-size-fits-all or a buy it once and you have to use it forever. Come back here over and over again, find our new stuff, enjoy it. Kind of an endless library of curriculum really is what this is. So I trust that's a great overview